Welcome to Back Alley Magic. I'm Adrian.
And I am Jolt. We have some back alley magic for you today. We're not playing for top 8. We're not playing for 2 packs of the current standard set. No, we are playing for each other's pride. Adrian, what are you playing today, man?
I'm playing the Rakdos Burning Feast hand because it's super fun. Or Burning is a Burning Hands. I think I was calling it Burning Feast before. Burning Hands is the actual title. And what are you playing?
I am playing Twinless Twin, Blue-Red Twin. It's a Kiki Jiki and maybe a few extra creatures, just for a little bit of value in there.
So basically, I'm going to try and force you to draw into your combo as fast as possible while trying to kill you. That's the game plan here.
Theoretically, you know, there may be a combo in here somewhere. I don't know. We'll have to find out here in a little bit.
We'll find out. As far as my opening hand, I don't think I want to keep a 5-land hand. It's
yeah,
cool.
I've got a pretty gnarly one too. There's just a bunch of like 5 lands staring back, like, hey, you just want to just not do anything for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's not very good, but we're gonna keep it. Please,
I will keep.
Please, something good on top. That's I can go on top. I think that's That's good. Good. I won the roll, so I'm gonna be playing first. So
all right, man.
Let's just go Bloodstain Mire, pass the turn, you can go. Look how fast and generous I am.
Hey man, I certainly appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get this bad boy down. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the Burning Hand deck, man. I watched a few of those videos, and it was I love janky stuff like that, man. The janky stuff in Modern has a really good place, a really good home for it.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up taking this deck actually out to Friday Night Magic a few times. I still have actually theoretically sleeved up.
Yeah,
and it sometimes does really well and sometimes does really bad. So I kind of have this like 50-50 like kind of response rate at my actual like local game store.
Yeah, well, that's the best. Sometimes it's fun just to build those glass cannon Modern decks that when it goes off, it just feels very glorious. But there's other times where you just fall flat on your face.
I totally just realized that I totally shuffled the card I put on top of my library into my deck.
Oh yeah, I hate that, man.
The best feeling ever.
You only remember when that bloodstain triggers on the stack, and you're like,
yeah,
dang it.
Yeah. It was when I drew something. I'm like, that's not what I put on top of my library. Oops. Well, can't win them all, I guess. So.
No, there's that happens, man.
Okay. Well, what do we think? Oh man, I'm just not drawing into the stuff I want right now. So let's.
That's okay, man.
It's okay for you, not okay for me. It's like every single game. Okay, it's every single game. So I mean, what is our record right now? I think I have 2 wins and you have 1
I have
win.
1. Yes, I have 1.
So if you win this, we're tied, and we have to stop the series because then I'm not theoretically losing at that point anymore.
You gotta leave it at 500 and call it a day.
Yeah, it's just okay. Sorry guys, series can't go on any farther. I can't let my pride go farther down the drain.
Let's go.
And here is Adamaro. Why do you gotta remand that? Why do you gotta remand that? Come on.
Can you leave that in your hand, man? Let's just.
I can, but just for 1 turn. I will play it again next turn. I guarantee you.
Oh my gosh, full house over here. This is horrible.
Full house. Please tell me what that means. Please tell me that means that like you have only lands. Is that what you mean? Full house, as in only lands.
It's a full house, but it's not the best kind of. Well, it's not necessarily full house. It's we're 1 away from a full house, but it's the pair of triplets that you're not really super excited to see.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, what do I think here? I think we're actually going to go this way.
Man, that hangerback walker, it looks like, what's that Will Smith movie, Wild Wild West?
Oh, you know what? I've never thought of that. But now that you mention it's like the spider walking robot that they like have to fight, and then they're eventually like riding off into the sunset on it, and it's very... And I feel like we just dated ourselves like really bad here. Please don't. Are you going to remand my Temple Bell as well?
Well, I thought about it, but...
okay, it's good. I'll play...
We all like to draw cards around here.
We all like to draw cards around here. It is and definitely is truly what it is. And I'm going to let you take your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so I was going to bring up. So I did a poll a while ago back that what kind of other content do people want to see on my channel?
Okay.
And I had this like overwhelming response that people wanted to see. Oh, you're just passing it through?
Okay. Oh, yeah, no worries, man.
Okay. So we're both drawing a card, and then I'm going to make Hangerback Walker a little bit bigger. Anyways, yeah, so I had an overwhelmingly large response that people wanted to see Lightning Bolt. People don't want to see Lightning Bolt.
It'll make the hangerback very electric, man.
Yeah, well, that's a thing that happens. Anyways, people wanted to see more Commander stuff, and I've kind of been brewing a little bit of Commander stuff, but I kind of realized that I should just point everyone at your channel, because your channel is like 100% Commander outside of Back Alley Magic.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Modern, obviously you subscribe to Giant Monster Games, but if you want to dabble into Commander, I have a Commander channel. I'll get out daily Commander videos Monday through Friday, and what I do is I have established decks. They're almost kind of like TV shows or episodes. So I just have a rotation of Commander decks that I just feature frequently, and I like to keep it fun. If you want to check something out, search up Church of Athreos, because I do a Church of Athreos intro in there. And if you're a fan of Welcome to Night Vale, you'll kind of know exactly what's going on. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you're digging for itching for some Commander content, head on over there. It's Jolt539, man.
Yeah, do that. I think that's
yes,
it.
Indeed.
I mean, the last I noticed actually from the last Back Alley Magic, you got like a huge influx of subscribers from my viewer base being like, hey, we should go check out this guy. I mean, your channel is fantastic. I actually try and watch. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch every single one of your videos, but I try to watch at least a couple a week, because I mean, with making videos and actually having a full-time life outside of that, it gets really gets busy very quick.
No, I completely understand, man.
I just realized I probably could have swung in with my guy last turn. Oh well.
No, he's okay. I think the oil's low on that Thopter, so you don't want to break those wings off, man.
Well,
just let it sit there and chill.
Well, we'll see. Well, let's attack with him now.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to my second main phase. Thopters go.
I remember I look at the Kaladesh Thopters, and whenever they printed Ornithopter in there, the card art was everybody looking up like at the Ornithopter being like, wow, that's so pretty. And somebody on Reddit was just like, hey, that's all of us, just like so surprised that Ornithopter's finally in a Kaladesh set. That's everybody.
Yeah. I'm actually extremely sad that they like made it one of their masterpieces, because someone's gonna open that and be like, I just opened like a $1.25 masterpiece.
There's some Affinity players out there that are just absolutely stoked for that.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. I'm kind of scared. You have 8 cards in hand, and I totally want to cast spells.
Have fun, man.
Yeah. Well. What do we think? What do we think? I think we're gonna go this way.
Okay, I'm excited.
Are you gonna counter him again? You have like Lilian Mana to like
see.
Cryptic, Mana Leak, more Remands. I mean, you have 2 of them already.
Okay.
You literally have all of the counter spells in your hand. Oh my God! Goes into play. What about this one? Let's try again. And what do you think about this guy? Huh? Master of the
Feast? Yeah, I think we're okay.
Oh,
yeah. I can survive.
Okay, well, let's go to your turn. let's keep in mind that Adam Morrow is like an 8/8. Oh, please tell me it's Pestermite. And he's going to tap down my Adam Morrow. It doesn't untap?
Does not untap,
untap.
And then here...
Is it Kiki-Jiki?
It might be a Kiki-Jiki coming in.
I feel like my deck is a little bit slow against this combo right now. Okay, well, that means you get an infinite number of haste Pestermites.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, I'll let you do a little bit so people can actually see what this combo actually does. Let me just actually skip through. So I'm not going to hinder you at all. You can actually do all your stuff. So explain what you're doing here. Explain what you're actually doing.
So basically, what we're doing is we have Pestermite. It's an enter the battlefield creature. It has flash, so we can flash it at the end of the turn. And whenever it enters the battlefield, you may untap target permanent. So what we're going to do is it enters the battlefield. We're going to untap Kiki-Jiki. Kiki-Jiki gets untapped. And then we activate Kiki-Jiki, targeting the Pestermite. So a new copy comes in, makes a copy of Kiki-Jiki, use that ability, rinse and repeat. And then typically online... you're going to have to make the tokens if your opponent makes you play it out. But when you're playing in paper, you just sit there and just say, hey, make 1,000,000 tokens, and then you do. You do have to watch out for a few cards in generating the number of creatures you're going to make. But in a tournament, you would just sit there and just announce how many creatures you're making.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we get the idea here. Unless you actually, I mean, you're almost done. You could probably swing in here. Like, you just need
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You
can just go for it. Just go for it. Get the kill. Come on. I mean, you gotta give like the full flavor of like this is what it happens. But yeah, I mean that's the one nice thing about paper, and actually why I like playing paper a little bit more than I like playing online. Actually, I like playing paper a lot more than I like playing online, to be honest. Because you can do shorthand. It's a lot easier to be like, okay, do this, and what and generally your opponent understands what's going on. Where on MTGO, because there is a clock, people tend to pander to the clock, so you don't really see combo decks in the meta at all.
Yes.
We'll go this way. So yeah, you don't see combo decks in the meta at all. So because they generally go to time, right? I mean, there's been more than one time where I've been playing a combo deck, and if I didn't manage to combo off, I would have lost. I mean, if I wouldn't have managed to finish my combo, I would have lost.
Yeah, no, it's it typically it just kind of depends. When I'm playing against Twin, like when Twin was not banned, if somebody had the combo down, I'd just right-click scoop. But like you said, there are people out there, and especially if there's money on the line, they'll be like, "Hey, play it out," and you guys sit there and click and click and click and click. So, I was playing a Thopter, I was kicking around Thopter Foundry the other day, and you can go infinite with Cart Clan Ironworks, sacking a Thopter, 2 colorless, then you sort of the to make it go back. And so I've been playing that, and then I'll play against some people, and I'll be like, "Hey, just loop for a million life." I've made 10 Thopters already, and it's a very mechanical process. And can I tell you how many people are like, "Nope, finish it out"? I'm like,
that's the worst. It's like,
yeah, I'm just I'm in the tournament practice room.
Do I have
I'm in the tournament practice room. Just gonna scoop up, dude.
Yeah. I think I'm almost done sideboarding here. I just realized I actually have a really good sideboard against your specific deck, which is nice. So
very nice. I'll take that, man.
I may actually be able to win this one now. We're gonna submit it. I think we're done. Oh, you're still deciding. Okay. You're still deciding.
Yeah, still deciding.
Come on, Jolt. What can you put in? What do you have that goes against my deck? My deck literally is draw a whole bunch of cards, explode your face. So,
I've got Necasaur in here, man.
Necasaur. That's a.
Oh, dude, I'm not. Oh man, I would love if Necasaur was legal in Modern. I mean, it wouldn't do any good. It's a 5-drop, but oh man, I would get to work and make it work.
I ended up having to mulligan, and I will keep this hand. I think it's actually pretty decent. Yeah, we can keep this guy.
Yeah, I'll keep this one. It's not too bad. We've got some. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, it's a nice little hand.
Tell me what you got. I need to know.
I have. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you, man. I've got 7 cards in my hand. Do not tell anybody. Keep it secret.
Do not 7 cards. Well, I mean, that means you're not cheating. You have 8 cards in hand. Oh, okay, now it's back down to 7. Just for a blink
I
there.
just love somehow just figuring out how to cheat online. No, man, I didn't cheat. You got 9 cards in your hand.
They're like, what's going on here? I don't understand. Yeah. And we're gonna crack this guy right away. And
yes, indeed.
I think I'm just gonna get a mountain.
Okay.
And we're gonna play that Hangerback Walker that I got. What? Hangerback Walker?
Yes. Wild West. Yeah, that was so funny you bringing it up about dating ourselves, because I just brought it up and I was like, yeah. And then you sit there and you do the year math and you're like,
that movie's really old. Will Smith was still rapping at that time.
Yeah.
That does not happen anymore. It's a thing. That is a thing.
We're not shocking.
You're not shocking? You sure? I mean, you could take...
No, we're good, man.
I'm okay if you do. I mean...
We got Baby Jace over here.
Baby Jace. Young Jace.
Little baby. You don't even know a word yet.
I mentioned this in the live stream. I think Jace's backstory, the one from Origins, is actually my favorite Planeswalker story out of all of the Planeswalkers.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of other people have really neat, interesting backstories as well. Liliana's is really good. I actually honestly think Gideon and Nissa have the most boring backstories I think I've ever heard.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I've reached maximum capacity on Gideon. I mean, I'm just somebody pointed it out that eventually they're just going to get to a point to where they're just going to have the same picture of Gideon, and he's just going to be staring there with his sleeveless shirt. And I don't know. I'm just
and the yellow whips.
Bored.
Actually, did you notice someone pointed this out on Reddit that almost every single red Planeswalker is holding up their hand as though they're holding a fireball, and only Chandra has a fireball in her hand.
Okay.
But they all have the exact same hand pose of holding up a magical ball of fire with no magical ball of fire in it.
No, I remember that. It was everyone freeze, smile, or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, we're okay.
So what are you doing? What do you got going over here?
I was maybe going to do something at the end of the turn, but I was like, no, we got it. We'll make it work.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, indeed. But no, I do for a while there, I wasn't a huge fan of Jace. But like you said, in the Origins, Jace is pretty cool. And I've always had a special place in my heart for Liliana. You know, I like graveyard stuff, so she's always seemed pretty cool.
Whoa, dude! This channel is PG. I don't want to know about your liking graveyard stuff. That's
hey man,
too much for this guy.
Okay. Swinging in 7, sure. We'll
swinging
take it,
in 7. You want to take 7? That's pretty good.
We'll take it.
I am okay with you taking 7 damage.
Gets down to 12. But yeah, I'm trying to think. The thing that made me, ooh yes, Howling Mine.
You can draw more cards.
Yeah, I love Howling Mine. I'll explain it. I'll talk about Howling Mine in a second. But I think, when Guruk, when he got off, I know like there's a storyline to it and stuff like that. But when he got off the little Planeswalker crew, I really enjoyed him. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Jace.
Goodbye, Jace. Thanks for coming out. You could have countered it. You have like 3 opening mana. Just saying.
Yes, indeed. Let's see.
Just saying.
Let's go chunk that Scalding Tarn. Get out of here.
Yeah. Now you could draw your card to make up for the card you... Hold on. No, you would have... Instead of flipping Jace, you get to draw a card. No, that doesn't really work either. Anyways, I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't know a ton about Guruk, which is kind of funny because I was definitely playing in Standard when he was in and around. I guess I wasn't really paying much attention to the story at the time, so that is a thing.
I always appreciate him. Like, I liked him being the big, like, if you think of like the Gatewatch as like the like a Dungeons and Dragons crew, like it just felt really good having like this big like smasher dude in the group. And then I'm just not a huge fan of Gideon. I don't know, as taking that role.
And I guess Gideon is also just has like his backstory is like the single most lamest story I've heard in a long time.
That, and I think I get some irritation from Gideon just because like his Planeswalkers are like all the same. Like, and I guess you could say the same for Jace, but Gideon very much just seems very just one-trick pony, and it's, I don't know, just gets a little frustrating. Not frustrating, it's
boring.
Yeah, boring. That's what it is.
Boring is the word.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do I think here? You don't have enough to cast Kiki Jiki yet, but you just need to draw a land and then play Kiki Jiki. And that's super dangerous, I'm not going to lie.
It's not that dangerous. I mean, it's okay.
It's pretty dangerous. It's pretty dangerous at this point.
Hester has a family. She has a family to support, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was something. About the Gatewatch. So, like, when the Gatewatch first came out, I was like, dude, not on the Gatewatch bandwagon. I was like, man, seems kind of silly. But as time's gone on, like, I find myself, like, sometimes I'm not a fan of it, but I'm just kind of like, okay, that's kind of cool. We got our own little, like, super crew, and, like, it feels very comic book sometimes, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the idea behind it as well, is they kind of want it to be the League of Magic the Gathering Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
You have like Batman, which is kind of like Jace, the super investigator guy. I guess maybe Liliana is actually more like Batman because she's all black and super mysterious.
Yeah.
And who else do we have? Nissa is kind of like... Who's Nissa like, realistically?
Like, rephrase that?
So I'm trying to think of, like, if we're thinking of Justice League... Who are
Justice League,
like equivalent? Sorry, that's what I mean, like Batman, and who gets to be Superman? I guess Gideon could, in theory, be Superman, even though he's not really that super. Or
I'm trying to think who Nissa would be. I mean, like, I was trying to decide between a certain line in my hand, and I just now realized what you're saying. I think Nissa, like, she just doesn't bring a whole lot to the table to like really compare her to anything. Like anytime she's in the story, she's just doing elfy stuff and like
elfy stuff.
I mean, there's just nothing really like I don't know, that just stands out. Like Liliana, you can tell she's kind of like a little Miss Sassy or whatever, and Chandra's like the red, like fiery, just like impulsive person, like Red should be. But Nissa, I don't know, she's just kind of like, if Nissa died in a Monkette, I think I'd be like, oh man.
You'd be like, well, they're on a desert planet anyways, so I mean, really, what is she gonna grow? Her superpower is plants.
It's just like, oh, it was nice seeing you, but catch you later.
I totally did not draw the cards I want.
Well, that's good, man. I certainly appreciate that.
Not very.
Thank you,
fun.
Giant Monster Games deck.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3.
Ah, Master of the Feast.
Master o' Feastings.
Mr. Hungry.
Mr. Hungry.
I love this card art, man. Like every time he I play a lot of Commander, so you'll see Master in Commander a lot. You don't see it in Modern, but in a deck like this, it's really good.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those. I don't know. It's just a very structurally, doesn't look like he should be able to fly, and that just makes me laugh.
He is a demon after all, so he probably flies by sheer magic alone, being like, "Lift me." Why are you double blocking?
The Thopters are gonna get a little bit of chip damage in there, man.
But he has. I don't understand. I don't get it. All right, well. And what else can I play? I can play this, or I could just not play it. I think I'm going to not play it and probably pump the Hanger of Backing Walkers. And you're going to bolt
Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, well, I'm okay with that for now. And please don't draw into Kiki-Jiki. That's literally what you're waiting for.
Let's see. Okay, now that we got that. I don't know if you remember anything that's red.
Yeah. Boo.
Let's see, let's go for the bolt test.
I wish I had a bolt in my hand, to be quite honest. I was hoping to draw into one more draw engine, and then I would have had you. But lack of the draws. Lack of the draws.
And this deck, it's it has its moments. Card draw in a deck like this usually does help it a lot. But
yeah, I mean that's kind of the idea. When you're playing a deck and that's the one the down reason. One I've always said that the Rakdos Burning Hands deck has mixed results because when you're playing against a combo deck where they just need their pieces, super dangerous. Playing against Affinity is also super dangerous. But going up against other decks, it's weird. Going against Grixis or Jund or any of those kind of decks, you're like, no, I could actually go very well against you. I mean, this is not a problem for me at all. So it's kind of weird that you think of the top tier decks and half of them you're like, okay, I can win, and the other half, nope, not even a little bit. So it's super fun to play though. Okay, well, I will actually
the Affinity matchup. Oh, say it again.
No, I'm just gonna let you actually play through and finish this off. So I'm gonna hit yes to a whole bunch of these.
Okay.
And then skip my turn.
I imagine the Affinity matchup is very just as soon as you realize you're up against Affinity, you're just uh-oh.
Yeah.
Stepped in an ant pile.
Yeah, it kind of goes that way, and you're like, how do I deal with this? So, and I have a bunch of I have a fair amount of artifact destruction in the sideboard, but just not enough to deal with Affinity. I'm just the only thing that I do have that, and maybe I should have mulliganed again in hopes to draw into some of my sideboard cards, is because I do run Silent Arbiter, which is my one safeguard against your deck, or against Affinity, where no more than one creature can attack each turn, and no more than one creature can defend each turn. So, yeah, there's that card I have in this deck. Obviously, I didn't draw it, so that's the thing that ended up going on here. Anyhow, I think you're going to swing in and kill me, so this is going to be the end of Back Alley Magic. This is, again, second time in a row that I have went...
Yes.
I have went, 0-2. Wow.
I've redeemed myself. It's Back Alley Magic, man. Maybe sharpen my knife a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to have to play a stronger deck next time. So, yeah, anyways, we're going to let you finish me off here, and then we are going to call it done for the day.
Yes,
Thanks for watching.
Man.
I'm Adrian.
And I'm Laney from Channel Jolt, man.
And don't forget to game like a... What do you say?
I said, if you enjoy it, like and subscribe, and then let's do yours, man.
And then don't forget to game like a giant monster.
Later, guys.